Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song by Imagine Dragons called Underdog. And it starts out with this really cool riff where you can play the open G string 3 times, and then we go to 2nd fret on the D string, and then open D, and then open B, and then 2nd on the G, and then open G, and then open B, and then 2nd on the G, and then open G. So we want to kind of follow that. G, 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 E, E, D, 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 B, A, G, B, A, G. And the chords, it would kind of back up. That would start on a G major chord. Let me play G major. First finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, and 3rd finger on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now you might also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, pinky on the high E string 3rd fret, and that's another way you can play your G major through the song. And then from the G major, we're going to be going to a C major. We play C major. First finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now you may also want to think about using something called C major 9, where you do the 1st finger on the D 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the A string 3rd fret, 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the high E string 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord. That sounds really happy. And through our intro part, which is also kind of our chorus part, we're basically just alternating between the G major and our C major chord. And a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting and kind of support my voice, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the G and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. So we try that through our intro chorus progression. We have G, down, up, C, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, C, down, up, down, up. Now another strum pattern I would think about using through this song though is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that beat into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the G and do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you're doing an up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So all together, you got down. Through our intro chorus progression, we'd have G, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, G, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And we'll basically be repeating that until we get to our verse part. And on our verse, you'll hear this cool little bass line. Actually, we start out on the G, and then when we get to the C, you'll hear this cool little bass line where you play 3rd on the A string, and then open E, and then 2nd fret on the low E string to lead back into the G major. Now you could kind of stay on the C and kind of work that like the chorus, or you could make that kind of a halving thing between a C major chord and an E minor chord. And the way you play E minor, first finger goes to the A string on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds like E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you might also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, pinky on the high E string 3rd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds like E minor chord, or an E minor 7 chord. So you want to think about that for your E minors too. So one way to kind of work that through the verse part is you could do your G with the whole strum pattern, and then we could go to our C with a down, up, and then go to the E minor with the up, down, and kind of half the strum pattern. So you'd have C or G down, down, up, down, C down, down, up, E minor, up, down, G down, down, up, down, C down, down, up, E minor, up, down, G down, down, up, similar way by doing the C with a down, 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 up, and then going to the E minor for the up, down, down, up, down, up. So we have G, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, C, down, 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 up, E minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, C, down, 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 up, down, down, down. And then from there, we'd be going into our chorus part, which is kind of like our intro. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. A lot of times on that first down, of the down, down, up, down, up, or the down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the G, you'd have the low E string for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A string for the bass. And on the E minor, you'd have the low E string for the bass. So if we tried that through our chorus part, you could work it as a G with a bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, up. Or you could add basses to the 16th pattern, and you could work that as a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. Cool variation. So we tried it that way. We'd have G with low E bass, C with an A bass, G with low E bass, C with an A bass, G with low E bass, C with an A bass, G with low E bass, C with an A bass. And then from there, we'd be going into our next verse. Now, we could add basses to that too and kind of make it the bass down, up, down, up, and have G with a bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, E minor, up, down, G with low E bass, C with an A bass, down, up, E minor, up, down, G with low E bass, C with an A bass, down, up, E minor, up, down, G with low E bass. And then we kind of pick the C hit at the end of that second verse. Or we could try that with our 16th pattern. I have G with low E bass, C with an A bass, down, down, up, E minor with a up bass, down, up, down. It could be very cool. So you'd have G with low E bass, and C with an A bass, down, down, up, E minor bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass, C with an A bass, E minor low E bass, G with low E bass, C with an A bass, E minor low E bass, G with low E bass. And then we got kind of that big stop on the C before we go into our next chorus. Now, if you know other licks or other strum patterns that would work too, you may want to kind of play around with that a little bit. So it might be kind of cool to kind of mix it up a little bit too. So feel free to kind of take this lesson and kind of embellish it any way you want to. And then from that chorus, then we'll be going into our bridge part. And our bridge starts on the G major, and then we go to E minor, and then we go to our C, but then we go to a D major chord. When we play D major, first finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, second finger on the high E on the 2nd fret, third finger on the B string on the 3rd fret, and if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord. That sounds really happy. And you hear this cool little lick actually kind of following that progression, where you go 3rd fret on the low E string, and then open E, and then 3rd on the A, and then open D, and then open B twice, and then 2nd on the G. So we got kind of G, G, E, E, C, C, D, B, B, A, G, G, E, E, C, C, D, D, B, A. Kind of following that lick. Or you could just kind of work that as kind of halving each of the chords. So you could do that with just kind of that down, down, up on each chord if you wanted to. Kind of a G, down, E minor, down, down, C, down, down, D, down, down, G, down, down, E minor, down, down, C, down, down, D, down, down, up. Or you could add basses to that and have G with low E bass, E minor low E bass, C with an A bass, and then D with a D bass, G with low E bass, E minor low E bass, C with an A bass, D with a D bass. Or if you're digging on halving the chords, you could have G with a bass, down, up, E minor, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, D, up, down, G with low E bass, down, up, E minor, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, D, up, down. Or you could work it as a down, 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 up on each chord, and have G with a down, 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 up, E minor, down, basics of how you can strum through Underdog by Imagine Dragons. So good luck!